Hello viewers, welcome you all to our channel. In today's video we are going to discuss one of the most important topic, that's on the billing part with the cloud technology. So we most of us would have heard that cloud technology is actually pay per use. It's not always a fixed rate. So I will show you two instances where I have lost little money in the cloud learning path. So I won't say that as a huge loss, but that something went out of me due to my ignorance. Okay, so taking you back to my billing dashboard. So actually I have visited my billing dashboard from here. So let me just jump back to my October 2020 billing. So if you look back at my, actually I'm in my free tier, but if you look back into my October billing, so I was actually charged something close to $0.7. That's equivalent to close to 50 rupees in Indian currency. I was initially a bit shocked to see this, and I already got notified through my alerts as well. I normally used to have billing alerts, so when it goes beyond a threshold value I used to be notified, but I think I was having that alert for $1. So in this case I was not alerted, and by the month end I got to know that I was charged $0.7. So I was a bit curious to know what actually costed me. Later on, when I visited this billing dashboard, I have noticed that it was actually charged for 0.59, and then GST as usual 0.11. So what costed me for 0.59? It was nothing but, normally AWS gives us a huge amount of read transactions as part of the free tier, but my limit has even crossed that free tier. So that shows actually as part of tier 1 it's almost free per request, and then as part of tier 2 it's it actually just only for the get request it's free. And if you could notice, I have it shows that nearly 1400 transactions made there, and even here as well so it's 0.005 per 1000 put, copy, post or list. So this is what actually costed me, and I was really shocked to see this count. It was 1,18,955 or 118,955 requests. There is no chance for me to make this amount of huge calls. Even if I sit for an entire month and if I keep posting the messages, I'm pretty sure I would not have hit this limit. So then I approached the AWS support team, but I had one suspect, and that turned out to be the real culprit. So I'll show you what happened. So I was actually trying to build a static website when I have started learning this S3 and all those stuff. So when I built my static website, I tried to expose my website through a public domain. Okay, so let me take you through the console. So let's go to S3 service. So here I have my buckets. So I was trying to learn static website hosting, which is under this properties. If you go under properties, there is a last property that's to host this bucket as a static website. So I wrote a basic HTML file and tried to host a static website, but the blunder which I made was, later on I went to this permissions tab and I have turned on these permissions to public, which actually exposed my bucket to the entire internet users. So I haven't felt the seriousness. I just thought that this is who might be accessing this, and I just thought that no one will be knowing this bucket, but unfortunately my bucket has been sensed by someone, and they have started using my bucket, and that's the result. So they have actually used my bucket for their own transactions. Later on I raised a support ticket to AWS. I have explained them that it was not used by me and it was definitely used by someone else. And later on they mentioned that since I have turned on the public access on the bucket, it actually costed me. Then I explained the situation and they were generous enough to waive off the 70 bucks. They refunded me back the 50 rupees which I have paid them. Okay, so this is one experience which I wanted to share with respect to this billing. And there is another instance. So yes, as I mentioned, it was 51 rupees in INR. Okay, so let's look into the second instance which I wanted to show you. So again, going back to my billing dashboard, once I was charged something close to 3 rupees, even though that's very meager amount. But the reason why I'm trying to explain that here is it could be 3 rupees for me, whereas that could be something even more for anyone else who missed this out. Okay, so let me show you where I have lost it. So I was trying to do some hands-on on EC2 service, that's to create the VMs. So I have created the VMs and then I have started taking the backups for the VMs. When I tried taking backups for VMs, so that's I created some snapshots. So it's more like taking an image copy of your operating system and entire virtual machine. Normally what happens is when you take a snapshot, AWS takes a snapshot of your VM and then it stores under your account somewhere. Okay, you don't need to bother about the storage details, but somewhere it stores the entire snapshot of your VM. Likewise, my VM was also taken a snapshot and it was actually stored under AMA. I have completely missed to notice this, and when I was charged a little amount, I was a bit confused why I was charged. And then again I went to the billing dashboard, and when I looked into the billing dashboard, I was able to see that actually I have burned something close to 30 hours of VM. I was not charged anything for that since that was still under the free tier, but I was actually charged for the consumption of snapshot data storage. So they have actually stored my snapshot. It's 0.8 gig per month, and I was charged something close to 0.04. Again 0.01 GST came into picture and I was charged 0.05. That's close to 3.67. So this time actually I haven't raised any support ticket, it was purely my mistake. But later on I understood that okay, so it was, and even the amount was also very meager, so I haven't raised the support ticket. I have just taken that as a learning, and I have immediately deleted this snapshot. Okay, so these are the two instances where I lost my money, and there was one more instance which I can't show you in this, that's in a different account. That is by creating the encryption key. So I have created my encryption key in the KMS service. Actually these encryption keys are very expensive, and so once you complete your work, you must ensure to delete your encryption keys in case if they are not in use, because actually the hardware on which the encryption keys are created, they are very expensive. So actually AWS is giving us in a shared mode KMS, key management service. So all the keys that are stored in this service, they are actually stored in a expensive hardware. So that's the reason AWS charges for that. I have created a key and I have missed to delete my key. I had assumption like okay, the key is not in use and I may not be charged, but that's not the case. Once you create a key, until your key exists, you will be charged. That's the concept of KMS. So again I was charged a little amount on there as well. Then later on I went and I have deleted my keys. So these are the three areas where I had to lose my money, and I got back in one instance. I was happy with that. So I just wanted to spread this awareness, guys. Actually, don't get scared because of this, because these are purely due to my mistakes. And AWS actually gives you a huge bandwidth of services on a free tier. You can go and explore a lot even within the free tier. So enjoy learning. Stay tuned. We'll connect you in the next video. Yeah, thank you. Please subscribe to our channel.